Donald Trump had brought it up once again. Standing before an enthusiastic crowd, he proudly repeated that he had aced a cognitive test, presenting the result as evidence of his exceptional mental ability. In Trump's telling, the examination proved what his critics refused to admit, that he remained every bit as mentally capable as he had always claimed.
Should give him a cognitive test. I took 3 of them, aced all of them, by the way. 3 of them. You know, I'm the only president to take a cognitive test, because
this is not a test to see how smart you are. It's to check if your brain is functioning, which Trump should understand based on the questions.
Let's go down. Joe and I will take a test. Let him take the same test that I took.
Incidentally, I took the test too when I heard that you passed it.
Yeah, how did you do it?
Well, it's not the hardest test.
No, but
there's a picture and it says, what's that? And it's an elephant.
No. You see, that's all misrepresentation.
Well,
Yes, it is actually very hard to identify me. A lot of people think I'm a snake.
Come out the water. Come on, water. Come out, baby.
Oh, come out, baby, please. Come out for daddy. Has he ever said anything more embarrassing?
I'm going to come.
Stop doing that! Stop it!
President Trump spoke on Fox News last night, talking in greater detail than ever before about the cognitive test he says he passed with flying colors. But what's it really like to take the test? Who better to find out than a man who's the same age as Trump? Stephen Fabian tells us how he did.
I, for one, think that this man has proven his ability to live on his own and go on walks unchaperoned.
But I guarantee you that Joe Biden could not answer those questions.
Okay. Oh, we're talking about him serving as president? There should be a way harder test for that. I gotta go before Don Jr. shoots me. Don't elect this man. His first answer was hippo with a long nose.
Hi, Mom. Can you pick me up from the White House? The president is trauma dumping on me again. So when Trump's talking to a room full of adults, he sounds like a child. When he's talking to a room full of children, he sounds like Pennywise. He's not exactly the one you want taking care of your kids, although in this country, we might not have...
The audience erupted in applause. Later that night, Desi Lydic opened The Daily Show, with the same clip playing behind her. She watched Trump's comments without saying a word, letting viewers hear the entire claim before calmly stepping into frame. Then she smiled. "It's interesting," she began, "because whenever someone tells me they're a genius, I usually don't hear about it only once." The audience laughed. Lydic explained that cognitive screening tests are legitimate medical tools, primarily designed to identify possible signs of cognitive impairment. They are not intelligence contests, college entrance examinations, or measures of creativity. Passing one does not prove that a person is the smartest individual in the room. That distinction was important. Trump had repeatedly talked about his test performance as though it settled a much larger debate about intelligence and capability. Lydic argued that Americans should understand what the examination was actually created to measure, instead of treating the result like a championship medal. She then showed a series of public clips. In each one, Trump proudly retold the story, describing doctors as impressed, and recounting different portions of the examination. The exact wording changed slightly from one appearance to another, but the central message never did. In Trump's presentation, passing the test had become proof of extraordinary ability. Lydic stopped the montage. "The fascinating part," she said, "isn't that he remembers taking the test. It's that he keeps talking about the test instead of the decisions people elected him to make." Twunquate. The audience applauded. She turned toward another screen, displaying headlines about inflation, international conflicts, immigration, and government spending. "Those are tests too," she said. "They're just not medical tests. They're leadership tests. Every administration faces them. And unlike a short screening performed inside a doctor's office, governing requires adapting to changing circumstances, listening to advisors and experts, explaining difficult choices, accepting criticism, and recognizing when mistakes need to be corrected." Lydic was not arguing that cognitive health was irrelevant. She was making a narrower point. Voters generally evaluate presidents through their results and decisions, not through one medical examination repeatedly discussed at campaign rallies. Another Trump clip appeared on screen. Once again, he celebrated the test. Once again, supporters cheered. Lydic quietly waited for the applause to fade. "Notice something," she said. "The conversation keeps coming back to whether he's capable." She paused. "While millions of Americans are wondering what those capabilities are actually producing." The room became noticeably quieter. For older viewers, the comparison was familiar. Many had undergone medical screenings throughout their lives. Passing a blood pressure check did not guarantee perfect health forever. A normal eye exam did not prove flawless judgment. Medical evaluations answer specific questions. They do not answer every question. Leadership works much the same way. A president's record includes legislation, appointments, foreign policy, economic performance, crisis management, communication with the public, and respect for democratic institutions. Those areas require ongoing evaluation, not a single pass or fail moment. Lydic emphasized that political disagreement itself was completely normal in a democracy. Citizens can reasonably disagree about taxes, immigration, trade, or foreign policy. But turning every political argument into a debate over one cognitive examination, she suggested, distracts from the much broader record. Trump had presented the test as the definitive answer. Lydic argued that it was only one small part of a much larger conversation. She closed her notebook and looked straight into the camera. "If you're confident, people believe you're capable," she said quietly. "Eventually, you stop talking about proving it and start showing it." The audience rose in applause. A medical screening can determine whether someone passes that particular medical screening. History decides everything else.